People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
WGLR FM test audio.
This is a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation. Queen Bee Radio proudly brings you People's State Bank and Grant Regional Health Center coverage of high school sports. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And sponsored by House Electric, Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Bytech Incorporated, Carver's Hardwood Flooring, Claire Bank, Donnie's Tire and Auto, Fuller's Milker Center, Gary's Pest Control, Community First Bank, Truck and Tractor Service, Hernson's Ace Hardware, Krantz Auto Parts, the Peterson Agency, the Raleigh Cheese House, Mound City Bank, the Russell Law Office, the Shoebox, Sloan Implement, Timmerman's Talents, Tricor Insurance, and Wolf Construction.
Good afternoon and welcome to Soldiers Grove, Wisconsin. We are at North Crawford High School, home of the Trojans, in sight of tonight's WIAA Division 5 Top 5 matchup as the North Crawford Trojans, a perfect 12-0 on the campaign, host the number 4 ranked team in Division 5, the Southwestern Wildcats. This is our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR, WGLR.com, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. From the Wolf Construction broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dictanis, and this is the Raleigh Cheese pregame show, presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. What a week it's been for the Southwestern Wildcats as they came up with 2 very big back-to-back wins over the last 8 or so days as Southwestern got an upset win over the number 1 ranked team at the time, Mineral Point Pointers, handing them their first loss of the season. A 79-77 final in that contest a week ago yesterday, and then they followed that up with a win against Abundant Life on Thursday afternoon at the Pfizer Forum in Milwaukee, avenging their 63-61 loss to Abundant Life back in last year's Classic regional final matchup in Monona Grove. Southwestern comes into today's game with a record of 13-3. They are 5-3 in the SWAL in the 4th place spot coming into this matchup. But Southwestern has a lot of momentum and playing some really great basketball as of late. And this is their 3rd big game in a row. They take on the undefeated North Crawford Trojans, a perfect 12-0 on the campaign, 6-0 in Ridge Valley Conference play. And they have a very balanced attack offensively as they have 3 players averaging double figures scoring-wise, including their leading scorer, Colin Jacobus, a 5'7 junior, averaging over 20 points per contest and just over 9 rebounds per game as well, close to a double-double. They also have Andrew Munson with 15 points per game and Zach Bender with 13 points per game. As North Crawford tries to stay perfect on the season, although they have not played a game in almost 8 days. Their last game was against St. Ambrose on the 17th. That was at the Lacrosse Center. In that game, Colin Jacobus with 24 points. Landon Blaha had 16. And then 12 points apiece for Andrew Munson and Zach Bender. Southwestern did defeat North Crawford in last year's matchup, a narrow 65-64 win in that contest. These 2 teams are not in the same half sectional for boys basketball in the postseason, as Southwestern is in sectional 4, North Crawford is in sectional 3, so they won't run into each other until state, most likely, if they were to meet. But a high-stakes matchup here today as the number 2 ranked team hosts the number 4 ranked team in the state in Division 5 here this afternoon. Coming up on our Raleigh Cheese pregame show, we'll talk with both head coaches. Had a chance to catch up with Clint Nemitz of Southwestern as well as Chris Wetstein of North Crawford. I asked him about the players on the Russell office's injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLaw.wy.com. Also get you the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups, our Cuba City Family Dental colors of the game. Updates on the Shoebox scoreboard as there are some other boys and girls basketball games scattered throughout the day here on this Saturday afternoon. We'll get you any updates on those games as we can. And also get you the opening tip between Southwestern and North Crawford in our Division 5 Top 5 matchup here in Soldiers Grove. Our Raleigh Chiefs pregame show will continue after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 1.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Steve Schmidt, owner of the Shoebox in downtown Black Earth. We have thousands of pairs of shoes in stock, no waiting. So stop in anytime, specializing in size, selection, and fit. We will save you money. P.S. We measure both feet. Stop into the Shoebox, the largest shoe store at the north end of Black Earth.
At Millie's Diner, they go the extra mile and make everything from scratch. You'll taste the quality in their breakfast and lunch, all served in generous portions at budget-friendly prices. Visit Millie's Diner in Dickeyville, open every day from 7 to 3. Check out Millie's on Facebook for their menu and daily specials.
Start the new year with savings at Gasser Hardware and Farm Supply. It's the Fill a Bag sale now through January 31st. Get 15% off everything that fits in the bag, excluding sale items. Stock up on must-have items for your pets, including Diamond Brand and Pedigree adult dog food, all at unbeatable prices. Don't miss out. Hurry into Gasser Hardware and Farm Supply for the job you do.
Hi, this is Karen at Gasser Hardware and Farm Supply. We are proud to be a member of the communities we serve for all your agriculture needs. Visit any of our 7 stores serving the Tri-States for the job you do.
Now at Menards, save big money on everything for your next project. Transform everyday spaces into gathering places with custom craft countertops from Menards. Countertops are the center of the home, and we offer stylish options with durability that will last for years to come. Visit our kitchen showrooms in-store or go on Menards.com and get a free design estimate today. Plus, check out our weekly flyer for many other great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Pregame 1.
Raleigh Chiefs pregame show continues on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Big time matchup in Division 5 as Southwestern takes on North Crawford, and we're joined now by Clint Nemetz, head coach of the Southwestern Wildcats. Coach, thanks for joining us. And boy, the last week or so has been quite the week for Southwestern basketball, getting a big win against number 1 ranked Mineral Point at the time a week ago, and then playing at Pfizer Forum, defeating Abundant Life, a rematch from last year's Classic Regional Final. Got the win in both of those big matchups. Another top-ranked team on the docket here today. Talk about what this last week or so has been like and how well the team has played during this stretch.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a whirlwind. The boys have played exceptionally well. It goes down to confidence, I think. We had a sluggish kind of matchup against Fenimore at their place. And then we had a couple days to prepare for Mineral Point, and the guys really took everything to heart as far as game plan wise, and they went out on the floor and executed and shot the ball very well. So we were able to pull out the win. And then you could just tell the next day in practice, the next time we practiced, that they had a different kind of focus to them. So I felt really good going into the Abundant Life game this week. And I told the guys we just make sure they enjoy that trip, take it very seriously once we hit the floor, but then make sure, no matter the outcome, make sure we're having fun and enjoying ourselves as a chance to get away as a team.
Yeah, but when you play as many of these high-intense, high-stakes games as you have in kind of a compressed time frame, it can be a bit draining, whether that be mentally or physically, especially having to play away from your home gym. How have the boys responded to that challenge? And you mentioned the focus has been locked in. What have you seen from them in practice and in those games that's seen that confidence grow over the last few games or so?
Yeah, outside of the Iowa Grant game here coming up on Tuesday, we're on like a 9-game road stretch. So we knew when we looked at our schedule this was going to be a really challenging time, and that's when you just throw out the records of the other teams like Abundant Life and Point and now today North Crawford. So it's really, I think the guys are kind of embracing the fact that the early part of our schedule was a great way to start the season. But now we've run into the tougher competition. And I think the guys want to prove that, they kind of belong and that they they can play with teams, and I think it was AJ Gates or somebody that just said that we're up for a challenge, and that's right. The guys aren't going to shy away from anybody. They're going to give it their all each and every game. We don't really have to get these guys up for games, and the best part about it right now is they're matching their effort with their execution, and we can throw anything at them execution-wise, and they go out and they can run a play, they can make a defensive switch on the fly. It's really been good for the guys.
All right, Clint Nemetz with us on our Raleigh Chiefs pregame show, getting ready for Southwestern and North Crawford. Russell Office's injury report, talk about the health of the team during the stretch, and is everyone ready to go for today's game?
Yeah, I think we're all ready to go. You don't know what kind of fatigue we'll settle in here since we were over in Milwaukee a couple days ago, and now we're in the north woods of Crawford County. So, we'll see if there's any jet lag to say, but other than that, we're good.
All right, and then your opponent today, North Crawford, looking at their season, undefeated, number 2 ranked team in the state. Got to see them last year, got the 1-point win against them a season ago, but coming to their house, and they're well rested, and it looks like they haven't played a game in about a week or so. So what challenges do the Trojans bring in this matchup, and what does Southwestern need to do today?
The North Crawford, they're very well coached. They have a kind of a crew that's been together for at the varsity level for the past couple of years. I remember playing them a couple summers ago, and I was just blown away at their athleticism and their speed. And now they're a couple of years older and more seasoned, so this undefeated record for them is no shock to me. They're very good. On tape, you watch them play, and they can get up and down the floor. They got guys that can shoot it. They got the Munson kid that can get to the hoop at will. So they are a difficult task. You mentioned we beat them last year at our place by 1. I expect this game to be just the same, 2 top 10 ranked teams that are going to battle all day, and we'll see who gets the last shot to fall.
All right, should be a fun one. We're looking forward to it. Thanks so much for your time, Coach. Have some fun. Good luck today.
Hey, thanks you.
Yep, that's Clint Nemetz, head coach of the Southwestern Wildcats, and we'll have more on the Raleigh Chiefs pregame show after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 2.
Are you interested in a free checking account? Do you need a debit card today with no delay? We now offer instant issue on our debit cards. Hi, my name is Sarah Rogers, your branch manager, retail lending officer from Mound City Bank in Cuba City. When you open your checking account, we can now issue your debit card so you have purchasing access to your account the day it's open. Stop by or call us at 608-744-2141 for more details or questions. Mound City Bank is proud to be here for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tune in to the Southwest Tech Agriculture Farm Show with Bob Mittendorf weekday mornings from 5 to 6 a.m. Bob Mittendorf is the premier agriculture voice in the tri-state area, and he's teamed up with Southwest Tech to give you the latest agricultural news, markets, and a whole lot more. So don't miss the Southwest Tech Agriculture Farm Show with Bob Mittendorf right here on 97.7 Country and WGLR.com. Southwest Tech, this is where you belong.
What does the lifetime comfort guarantee from Dubuque Mattress really mean? It means peace of mind. For the entire life of your Dubuque mattress, we will adjust the feel of it. If it feels a little too firm, we'll make it softer. If your mattress feels too soft, we'll make it firmer. We take the "what if I don't like it" out of mattress shopping to give you peace of mind. Dubuque Mattress, for the rest of your life.
At Dubuque Mattress Factory, you got a little snooze time.
Dearth Livestock is the area's best and most convenient choice for farmers and ranchers. They'll pick up cattle for grade and yield on the farm Monday through Friday, and they buy cows for slaughter. You can sell your cattle at their buying station in Cuba City Monday through Thursday. They take 1 to 2 semi-loads to American Foods in Green Bay daily. For more information, contact dearthlivestock176@gmail.com. That's dearthlivestock176@gmail.com, or call 800-336-4712. Dearth Livestock, Highway 81 in Cuba City.
Pregame 2.
Raleigh Chiefs Pregame show continues on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Big time matchup in Division 5 boys basketball. North Crawford hosting Southwestern, and we're joined now by North Crawford head coach Chris Wettstein. Coach, thanks for joining us. And 12 games on the season, 12 wins coming out, so a perfect undefeated record coming into this one. With the competition that you've seen to this point, what's been going well for this North Crawford team, and what have been the strengths that you've been able to hang your hat on in this early part of the season?
Yeah, thanks for having us, Tyler. We've had a good start to the season. We've had some good conference games with Ithaca, Seneca, Kickapoo early in the season. I think our ability to defend, cause a lot of havoc on the defensive end has been a success for us, being able to get out and run. We're playing a really good team here tonight in Southwestern, which will be our toughest test. They're battle tested. They're a really good team, so it's a really good opportunity for our team tonight just to see, how good we actually are. So that's kind of the goal here tonight.
Yeah, one of the interesting things coming into this game is that both teams coming into this game have won games at neutral sites. You guys won your last game at the Lacrosse Center. They won their last game at the Pfizer Forum, but you guys have had a longer span in between games. This is, I believe, 9 days since your last game. So with that rest, does that help in preparation for this matchup with Southwestern, and then another big game coming up around the corner against Ithaca as well? What's this last week or so been like trying to prepare for two big matchups back to back?
Yeah, I mean, first off, it has been a while, and it's it was nice to kind of get right and worry about some of the stuff that we want to be good at and get healthy. But yeah, the last few days we were able to at least talk about Southwestern a little bit more. They do a lot of good things that a lot of teams struggle to stop these guys. So we're gonna do the best that we can, and we'll see what 9 days looks like. It could be either good or bad. So.
All right, Coach Wettstein with us on our Raleigh Cheese pregame show, getting ready for North Crawford and Southwestern. Our Russell office's injury report, having that week off does help with getting some injuries and getting those bumps and bruises taken care of. But with that in mind, what's the health of the team coming into this matchup with Southwestern? Yeah,
we're in a good state right now. We have Carter Emler. He's a senior for us. He's missed the last 4 games. He'll be back tonight, which will help provide us a little bit more depth. So yeah, the goal is just to kind of fill out our roster here to see what our rotation is going to look like here for the second half of the year, and it's good to get him back.
All right, then the key to tonight's game against Southwestern, they've had 2 pretty big wins in a row. Defeated Mineral Point, the number 1 ranked team, last Friday, and then coming up a big win against Abundant Life at Pfizer Forum on Thursday. What stands out about them on film, and what are going to be the keys today for North Crawford?
They're fast. They handle the ball well. We got to do a good job in transition defense, and then when Bryce Pierce is on the floor, make sure we're trying to get a body on that big guy. So I think transition defense and being able to get out on those 3-point shooters is going to be a key for us tonight.
All right, we're looking forward to seeing how it all plays out. Thanks so much for your time, Coach. Have some fun. Good luck today.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys being here.
Yep, absolutely. That's Coach Chris Wettstein of North Crawford, and we'll have more on the Raleigh Cheese pregame show after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 3.
The weather can be unpredictable in the tri-states. Tune into 97.7 WGLR and we'll keep you up to date on all the cancellations and delays affecting the tri-states. Cancellations and delays are presented by Avercamp Auto Body. This is Rose from Avercamp Auto Body on Main Street in Platteville. You can rely on us for complete and professional auto body repair services. Whether it's paint, frame straightening, or collision repair, we do it all. Avercamp Auto Body is celebrating 10 years in business on Main Street in Platteville. Check us out on Facebook and online at avercampautobody.com.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Pregame 3.
Back at Soldiers Grove for our Raleigh Cheese pregame show, presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. Big-time matchup here at North Crawford High School. The North Crawford Trojans hosting the Southwestern Wildcats. Number 2 versus number 4 in the state on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Let's run on the Fuller Smoker Center starting lineups. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at FullerSmokerCenter.com. For the visiting Southwestern Wildcats, 13-3 on the campaign, 5-4 in the Southwest Wisconsin Activities League, the number 4 ranked team in the state. According to the latest SwissSports.net coaches poll, their starting lineup goes like this. Starting for Southwestern, a 6-foot junior ranked number 1, Aiden Kelleher. Kelleher averaging 16.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 3 assists per contest. Also in the starting lineup, a 5'11 senior number 3, Austin Furlong. Furlong averaging 6.5 points, 2.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 1.5 steals per game. Also in the starting lineup, a 6-foot junior number 5, Jack Rundy. Rundy averaging 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists per game. A 6-foot senior number 10, Everett Dressler. Dressler averaging 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 2 steals per game. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Southwestern Wildcats, a 6-foot senior number 55, Bryce Pierce. Pierce is averaging 6.5 points per game and just under 5 rebounds per contest. The Wildcats are coached by Clint Nemitz, and he's assisted by Ryan Budden, Dave Wills, Tom Pickle, and Blake Martin. Those are the Fuller Smoker Center starting lineups for the Southwestern Wildcats. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll come back with the starting lineups for the North Crawford Trojans. Our Raleigh Cheese pregame show continues after this on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 1.
Hello, Mitch here from Kieler Family Dental. There's never been a better time to explore what's possible for you and your family at our 3 state-of-the-art facilities. From routine dental care to same-day crowns to clear aligners, veneers, and implants, we cover a wide spectrum of dental services. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors of Belmont and Prairie du Chien is who to call for top quality CHI overhead doors. Enhance the curb appeal and security of your home by choosing the fine line of CHI overhead doors from Carey's. And when it comes to seamless gutters that keep your home protected from water damage, Carey's has you covered too. Visit Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com today to learn more. They'll service all the rest, and they deal in the best. Get your new CHI overhead doors at Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont and Prairie du Chien.
In Game 1.
97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, getting ready for Southwestern and North Crawford in a battle of top 5 teams in Division 5 boys basketball. We gave you the Fuller Smoker Center starters for Southwestern just a bit ago. Let's run down the Fuller Smoker Center starting lineups for the North Crawford Trojans. A perfect 12-0 on their campaign, 6-0 in Ridge and Valley Conference play, the current number 2 ranked team in the state. In the latest SwissSports.net coaches poll, their Fuller Smoker Center starting lineups go like this. A 5'7 junior wearing number 1, Colin Jacobus. Jacobus averaging over 20 points per game, over 9 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and almost 3 steals per game. Also in the starting lineup, a 6'1 senior number 2, Andrew Munson. Munson averaging 15 points, 4.5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals per game. A 5'9 senior number 3, Anthony Fredette. Fredette averaging 4.5 points, 2 rebounds per contest. A 6'3 sophomore number 5, Zach Bender. Bender averages 13 points per game, just under 7 rebounds per contest, 2 assists, and 1.5 steals per game. And rounding out the starting lineup, a 6-foot junior number 22, Landon Blaha. Blaha averaging 7.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1.5 steals per game. The Trojans are coached by Chris Wetstein, and he's assisted by Jeremy Fredette and Devlin Smith. Those are the Fuller Smoker Center starting lineups. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at FullerSmokerCenter.com. Coming up next, our Cuba City Family Dental colors of the game and the tip. Number 2, North Crawford. Number 4, Southwestern. Tip-off coming up next. This has been our Raleigh Cheese pregame show presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. Tip-off coming up next on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 2.
Paid for by Hims & Hers Health. Hims & Hers weight loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at forhers.com apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded.
With Hers, you can access doctor-trusted weight loss plans, like compounded GLP-1 weekly injections with the same active ingredient as Ozempic and Wegovy. Based on pricing through Hers, save up to 91% per month with compounded semaglutide, the same active ingredient as the name brand drug. Get started at forhers.com/start today. That's forhers.com/start.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a walk-up with central air and a skylight, and you found it. Now, every Friday night, you get to fall asleep to the sound of your downstairs neighbors' dance parties. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
In Game 2.
Grant Regional Health Center People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR FM Lancaster, and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Number 4 ranked Southwestern set to square off against number 2 ranked North Crawford. Our game today brought to you by Haverland Heating and Cooling of Hazel Green, your local carrier dealer with a complete line of home heating products to keep your family comfortable. Call Nick Haverland of Haverland Heating and Cooling. Mountain City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Step into Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com. By Saunders Oil Company of Warren, family owned for 3 generations, offering delivery of premium diesel fuel and gasoline products to tri-state homes, farms, and businesses. Saunders Oil Company of Warren. Our colors of the game presented by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Southwestern in their blue Adidas jerseys, Wildcats, written across the chest in white with white numbers, and a gray stripe with the SW letters up and down each side of the shorts. And the Trojans are in their home white Nike jerseys. Trojans written across the chest in maroon with maroon numbers and some maroon and gold stripes going up and down each side of the uniform. Those are the Cuba City Family Dental colors of the game. Brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. In the center circle for Southwestern is number 5, Jack Rundy. And for North Crawford, it'll be number 2, Andrew Munson. Fishery dribbles the ball. Here's the tip. Southwestern wins the tip. And quickly down the floor, Dressler, scoop layup, rolls out the side of the rim, put back no good. Third time no, and a whistle on the rebound. 8 seconds into the game, and we have our first foul of the contest. As they call a foul on number 3, Anthony Fredette. That's his first personal, first team foul, and 2 free throws coming up for Austin Furlong. 5'11" senior, averaging 6.4 points per game, 40% free throw shooter on the season. And the first free throw missed. Game also brought to you by Community First Bank. For you in the communities where you live or can play, experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com, member FDIC. Second free throw, spit back out, offensive rebound, shot put up by Dressler, ricochets off the side of the rim. Southwestern coming empty on their first possession, 15 seconds into the contest, as the Trojans in possession of the basketball, working from right to left as I see it here from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth and as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Jacobus swings it over to the right side, now back out to the top to Zach Bender. Bender spinning his way in traffic, puts it off the window and in for two. Zach Bender gets the party started for the Trojans, 2-0. North Crawford on top of Southwestern, 17:20 to play in the first supply, first half. Jack Rundy going to the baseline, right side of the paint, kicks out as Kieler loads up for three. Ball spit back out, rebound collected by Zach Bender. Bender pushes across the timeline to Anthony Fredette. Fredette gets back out to the top to Landon Blaha to set things up. Blaha, underhand toss to Fredette. Goes to the free throw line, kicks out to the right wing, now into the corner. Driving in is Jacobus, stops his dribble at the right elbow, back out to the top to Munson. Now Landon Blaha with it in the paint, kicks out to the corner, catch and shoot, three in the corner, ball spit out, and the rebound pulled down by Jack Rundy. Rundy pushing ahead to Kelleher. Kelleher kicks back out to Rundy. Steps his dribble at the elbow, kicks back out, catch and shoot three for Dressler, misses off the right side of the rim, and the rebound pulled down by North Crawford. Collecting the rebound was Andrew Munson, and now the Trojans trying to add to their 2-0 lead, 16:20 to play in the first supply, first half. And the Blaha rhythm threes just off the left side of the point. Off the side iron, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, no good. But another offensive board for Bender, trying to put it in again. That one off target, ball knocked out of bounds, and last touch by the Trojans. Wildcats will take possession with 16:06 to play in the first supply, first half. North Crawford 2, Southwestern 0. Clare Bank, with their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin, proud to support our community events. Clare Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Trojans go with a press in the backcourt as Southwestern trying to get it across the timeline. They push ahead, and a catch and shoot three in the left corner, knocked down for Austin Furlong. Southwestern with their first lead of the game, 3-2 the score, under 16 minutes to play in the first supply, first half. Andrew Munson to the left elbow, kicks out to the left corner to Zach Bender. Bender gets to Blaha, left side of the paint, runs into Pierce, trying to find someone to pass to, and throws it off a Southwestern player, but they're going to say a kick ball against the Wildcats. And it will stay with North Crawford as Landon Blaha will inbound baseline right side of the basket. And one pass gets into Munson, now works its way to the left wing. And now a three-pointer on the right side, no good. Pierce with the rebound for Southwestern. Gives a head over at Dressler to get it across center court. Now hands off to Aiden Kelleher on the far side of the floor, looking at Coach Nemitz for some direction. Now gives it into Dressler just inside the free throw line. Exchanges passes with Furlong, puts up a shot, double teamed, left side of the backboard, no good. And the rebound collected by North Crawford. Trojans quickly back down the floor. Zach Bender, right side, or right wing, I should say. Now a jumper for Jacobus, left side of the paint, no good. Rebound collected by Furlong. Southwestern 3, North Crawford 2. 14:50 to play in the first supply, first half. As Kelleher catch and shoot three in the left corner. That one drops for three. Hitting Kelleher with his first three-pointer of the game. Southwestern 6, North Crawford 2. Closing in on 14.5 minutes to play in the first supply, first half. Now driving in is Jacobus, puts up a shot. Shot is off target, rebound Southwestern, and an overhead pass is stolen away by the Trojans. I believe it was Zach Bender coming away with the theft, but driving in the lane is Blaha, off the window and in for two. Landon Blaha with a bank shot, 6-4 the new score. With 14:10 to play in the first supply, first half, is Southwestern trying to get it across the timeline, but grass at the center court stripe is Everett Dressler, and a hand check foul called against North Crawford. That will be a personal foul on Anthony Fredette. That's his second personal, second team foul of the half for North Crawford. He'll check out of the game. And Southwestern gets the inbound pass in. And Kelleher gets a screen between the rings, dribbles to the right wing. Now a cross-court pass to Carson Splinter, who just checked in for Southwestern. Splinter gives back out to Furlong on the left wing, fires an overhead pass into DeMuth, and now kicks back out to the left wing. Furlong gets it back, and now to Kelleher between the rings. Right-handed dribble being guarded by Zach Bender. Throws it into Demuth. Demuth turns around, tries to bank it in. Too strong off the backboard, trying to clean up his own mess across 3 defenders, and a travel called against Demuth. Two turnovers for Southwestern unofficially, and the Trojans take possession. 13.5 minutes to play in the first supply first half. Southwestern 6, North Crawford 4. Sawyer Steluka, the sophomore on the right wing, gives back out to the top to Munson, and now a three-pointer for Blaha, knocked down for 3. Blaha's 9th three-pointer of the season. Now the Trojans back in the lead, 7-6 with 13:10 to go in the half. And a travel called against Carson Splinter as tried to stop his momentum at the left elbow, but his pivot foot dragged. And now the Wildcats turning it over for the third time. And Trojans take possession. 13:07 to play in the first supply first half. 7-6, North Crawford on top. Haverland Heating and Cooling of Hazel Green, your local Carrier dealer with a complete line of home heating products to keep your family comfortable. Call Nick Haverland of Haverland Heating and Cooling. This ball poked away by Aiden Kelleher, but recovered by Blaha just before the center court stripe. Sawyer Steluka passes over to the left corner. Gives to Zach Bender, now in the paint. Ball lost momentarily, but recovered, and a near make, but they're going to say the basket wouldn't have counted anyway, as number 5, Zach Bender, was cutting towards the basket, and they're going to call the first foul against Southwestern. And the foul will go against Caden Demuth. Trojans with the basketball, just over 12.5 minutes to go in the first supply first half. Another 3 for Blaha off the front of the rim, no good. Pulling down the rebound is Jack Rundy. Rundy gives ahead to Remy Lawrence, who was back in the game, and now the Trojans come away with a steal, and all alone is Jacobus, and he'll lay it in easily for 2. Steal and score for the Trojans, 9-6 the score, and a travel called against Kelleher. And Coach Nemitz wants to talk things over with his Wildcats as the Trojans out to a nice start, 9-6. North Crawford on top of Southwestern. A 30-second stop will stay here. Tell you that our game is brought to you by Mount City Bank. Their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mount City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com. Game also brought to you by Shingles Heating and Cooling, your local Daikin dealer. Call Bradley Scheider for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service from Shingles Heating and Cooling of Bloomington. Our news stream today powered by Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque. Anderson Weber Toyota, when you are ready. And by Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. 12:16 to play in the first supply first half. Number 2 ranked North Crawford 9, number 4 ranked Southwestern 6. Our Grant Regional Health Center, People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Inbound pass gets into Munson, gives right back to Colin Jacobus, who threw in the inbound pass right next to the scores table. Now back out to the top to Carter Emler, who's now in the game for the Trojans. Catch and shoot 3 in the left corner. Oliver shooting the rim, and now the rebound collected in the right corner. As driving in is Sawyer Steluka, looking for someone to pass to, finds Carter Emler on the right elbow, now driving in, tries to get around Demuth, puts up a shot, shot's no good, but a foul against Demuth will result in free throws for North Crawford. Demuth guilty of his second personal. As Carter Emler at the free throw line, shooting 64% on the season, and the first free throw rattles in. Carter Emler missed the last 4 games due to injury, and this is his first game back, averaging 7.6 points, 4 rebounds, and 2.5 assists per game. Also 2.5 steals. 1 for 1 at the free throw line today, and now he's 2 for 2. North Crawford 11, Southwestern 6. 11:47 to play in the first supply first half. As Southwestern led 6-2 at one point, so a 9-0 run for the Trojans as Southwestern trying to navigate this 2-3 defense as Kelleher loads up for 3 and knocks it down from the corner. Kelleher now with 6 points, all of them by way of the three-pointer. Back to a 2-point lead for the Trojans, 11-9. 11:25 to play in the first supply first half. Inlet pass to Carter Emler, trying to get past Carson Splinter, but it's going to get back out instead to the right wing. Now driving in is Jacobus, puts up a floater off the window and in for 2. Jacobus now with 4 points for the Trojans, 13-9, the new score, just over 11 minutes to play in the First Supply first half. Remy Lawrence on the right wing, switching from the left to the right hand, inlet pass to Pierce. Pierce trying to get past his defender, puts it off the glass, count the bucket, and the foul for Pierce. Bryce Pierce putting it off the glass for a bank shot. 13 foul of the half for North Crawford. And Pierce at the line shooting 53% for the charity stripe. And Pierce knocks down the free throw. North Crawford 13, Southwestern 12, 10:53 to play in the First Supply first half as a few substitutions being made. Pierce going back to the bench. And the inbound pass gets in to Colin Jacobus as Southwestern with a light press. Trojans get it across the center court stripe on the far side of the floor. Sawyer Steluka looking for someone to pass to. Ball lost out of bounds and a turnover by the Trojans. And the down is their second turnover unofficially as Sawyer Steluka checks out of the game for North Crawford. And it looks like Fredette is back in the game for the Trojans. Jack Rundy with the basketball for Southwestern, trailing 13-12 as Pierce back in the game now as well. As a turnaround jumper for Dressler, no good. Pierce there for the rebound and the putback. Wildcats back in front, 14-13, 10:20 to play in the First Supply first half. Landon Blaha swings it over to the left wing, now back out to the top to Zach Bender. Bender loses the ball down low, trying to get past Pierce, and the ball thrown in the backcourt, and it's taken away by Dressler. He was all around for a moment, but closing in was Emler, and another shot under the basket, no good. Contact under the basket, what's the call here? Looks like it's a non-shooting foul, and Southwestern gets the inbound pass in, and Carson Splinter loads up for three in the corner all alone as they tried to catch North Crawford napping. Rebound was pulled down by North Crawford, but Southwestern gets the steal. Now Dressler with it in the paint, puts up a floater, ball rattles out. Pierce trying to pull down the rebound, and contact made at the left elbow as three players hit the deck. 9:47 to go in the First Supply first half, 14-13 the score. And a timeout taken by North Crawford as they try and get things situated on their side. It's a 30-second stop. We'll stay here. Our game today brought to you by Community First Bank. For you in the communities where you live, work, and play, experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. And by Saunders Oil Company of Warren, family owned for 3 generations, offering delivery of premium diesel fuel and gasoline products to the tri-states homes, farms, and businesses. Saunders Oil Company of Warren. Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Herms's for the perfect paint for your next project. Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. And by Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialists, the pros at Brian's gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. Southwestern 14, North Crawford 13. As they called a foul on number 5, Jack Rundy. That's his first personal, team foul number 3 of the half for Southwestern, as that was the result of that collision right before the timeout. And the Trojans take possession of the basketball. Colin Jacobus with the basketball just across the center court stripe, hands off to the right wing to Miles Candler. 5'10 senior, now pass down low to Blaha, off the glass and in. Great start by Landon Blaha. He's got 7 points on the game, and it's back to a 1-point lead for North Crawford as the three-pointers missed by Furlong, and the rebound collected by North Crawford. Carter Emler tried to pass it back out, but a foul against Southwestern. I believe it's going to be against Everett Dressler. Actually, beg your pardon, it's going to be against Jack Rundy. That's his second personal. Dressler was giving the shoulder shrug, so it was a guilty-looking shoulder shrug. But North Crawford throwing in the inbound pass, baseline right side. Inbound pass gets into Miles Candler, and we'll just hand off to Colin Jacobus on the high right side. Swung over to the left wing to Carter Emler. Emler back out to the top. Miles Candler looking for someone to pass to, gives off to Carter Emler on the right wing. Emler stops his dribble right side of the paint, hands it back out way to the top to Landon Blaha, just in front of the center court stripe. Trojans looking for the right matchup. Inlet pass down low to Jacobus. Runs into Carson Splinter, and he dragged his pivot foot. That's a travel for North Crawford. Unofficially, their third turnover of the game. 8:40 to play in the First Supply first half. 15-14. North Crawford leading Southwestern. Number 2 leads number 4 in Division 5 as Bryce Pierce now back in the game for Southwestern. Remy Lawrence tried to pass over, and they're going to say a carry. And Southwestern with turnover number 5 unofficially on the game. North Crawford inbounding on the far side of the floor. Russell Office is here to assist as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. Zach Bender at the top of the arc, hands off to the left wing to Cullen Jacobus. Cross-court pass deflected but recovered by Miles Candler. Then hands off to Landon Blaha on the high right side. Blaha calling for a teammate, finds Jacobus on the left wing. Jacobus to the right side of the point, kicks out to Candler in the right corner. Candler back to the right wing to Bender. Inlet pass in, cutting towards the basket as Emler has the shot blocked from behind. And the block shot was recovered out of bounds by Carson Splinter, but he was standing on the out of bounds line. So the ball will stay with North Crawford under 8 minutes to play in the First Supply first half. North Crawford 15, Southwestern 14. Trojans inbounding on the baseline right side, and a rainbow pass into the backcourt off the head of Splinter and finally recovered by Andrew Munson. Munson walks it across on the far side of the floor. Stop and pop three-pointer right wing. Off the rim, then off the backboard, and then knocked out of bounds. Who touched it last? It was last touched by the Trojans. And Southwestern will take possession. Apple River State Bank and First Community Bank of Galena, where you'll find local bankers making local decisions and meeting local needs. It's a banking experience you won't get anywhere else. Apple River State Bank and First Community Bank of Galena, member FDIC. Everett Dressler gets the inbound pass in to Austin Furlong. Furlong gets it across the timeline on the far side of the floor, gives back to Dressler. Dressler a couple feet in front of the center court stripe now. Right-handed dribble, right side of the paint, kicks out. Carson Splinter, catch and shoot, 3 left corner off the front of the rim, no good. Furlong with the rebound, can't get the floater to go. Pierce trying to get it down, slam the ball to the ground, but North Crawford able to get possession of the basketball. Andrew Munson gets it across the timeline, hands off to Landon Blaha, now out to the top to Carter Emler. Emler, right-handed dribble, being guarded by Dressler, hands off to the left wing to Blaha. Gets into the paint, runs into a double team, and a travel called against Blaha. Both teams now with 5 turnovers unofficially on the game. 7:01 to play in the First Supply first half. North Crawford 15, Southwestern 14. TC Networks of Platteville from IT consulting to security cameras, door access control, and more. Learn more about what they can help you with at tcnetworks.com. Aiden Kelleher gets the inbound pass as Southwestern trying to take the lead on this possession. Kelleher Euro steps in the lane, and the layup rolls off the side of the rim, and the rebound pulled down by Miles Candler. Candler gets back to Munson, now in the corner. Jacobus thinks about it, now drives in, and his shot off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Cats. Dressler, three-pointer on the right wing, off the back iron, no. Rebound pulled down by Kendler. Yes, ball push ahead for the Trojans, and a layup will drop for Steluka. The 5th different scorer for North Crawford, 17-14, 6:10 to play in the First Supply first half, as that one blocked under the basket, and a floater for Dressler off the back iron, no good, trying to collect his own rebound. Ball's saved out of bounds by Splinter. Now Pierce with it. He loads up for 3. Left wing, short of the rim. And the Trojans trying to push it down the floor. Football pass forward. Ball saved from going out of bounds by Cullen Jacobus. And a travel called against Southwestern as Carson Splinter, I believe, was going to pass ahead. But they're going to say it's a turnover. What a wild and weird sequence we just had here. Clock is stopped with 5:49 to play in the First Supply first half. North Crawford 17, Southwestern 14. Inbound pass is deflected out of bounds by Jack Rundy, and the Trojans will inbound on the far side of the floor this time. As Sawyer Steluka, number 10 for the Trojans, set to throw it in. Throws it into number 4, Miles Candler. Now on the left wing to Bender, back out to the top, and Pierce blocks the shot. And a quick foul against Candler. As Pierce pulled down he got the block, got the steal. And personal foul number 1 assessed to Miles Candler. Both teams now with 4 fouls in the first half, 5:35 to play until halftime. Southwestern trailing 17-14 as Pierce gets the lob pass down low. And off the window and in for Pierce. Inlet pass down low for Munson. Puts up a shot and a foul called against Southwestern. Free throws coming up for Southwestern, or for North Crawford, beg your pardon, is number 2, Andrew Munson, set to shoot. And Munson's free throw rattles out, no good. Checking out of the game is Jack Rundy. Now in the game is number 2, Carson Splinter. As Munson, a 66% free throw shooter, knocks down his second free throw. 1 of 2 on that trip, back to a 2-point lead for North Crawford. Under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Katie Kelleher on the right wing, dribbles to the free throw line, pops up a jumper, and that one knocked down. Nice swish shot there for Kelleher. 8 points for him on the game, and a timeout taken by North Crawford. 4:41 to play in the first half. We are tied at 18 apiece. It's a full timeout. We'll take one, too. Back after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 3.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Tune in to the Southwest Tech Agriculture Farm Show with Bob Mittendorf weekday mornings from 5 to 6 a.m. Bob Mittendorf is the premier agriculture voice in the tri-state area, and he's teamed up with Southwest Tech to give you the latest agricultural news, markets, and a whole lot more. So don't miss the Southwest Tech Agriculture Farm Show with Bob Mittendorf right here on 97.7 Country and WGLR.com. Southwest Tech, this is where you belong.
In Game 3.
Tied at 18 as a layup under the basket is made by Zach Bender, giving him 4 points on the game. And just like that, North Crawford 20, Southwestern 18, 4:25 to play in the first half for North Crawford High School in Soldiers Grove as an inlet pass is deflected and stolen away by North Crawford. Trojans coming back down the floor. Ball pushed ahead to Colin Jacobus in the left corner. Gives back out to the top to Andrew Munson. Munson left-handed dribble and a hand check foul, I believe. No, an offensive foul away from the ball. As they call a block on Zach Bender. That'd be his first personal. Team foul number 5, and Southwestern takes possession. 4:05 to play in the first half, 20-18. North Crawford leading. Number 2 leading number 4 in the state as a three-pointer put up on the left wing is knocked down by Everett Dressler. Everett Dressler gives Southwestern the lead, 21-20, 3:50 to go until halftime. Ball to top, Carter Emler in the paint. Nice step off the window and in. Carter Emler with his first field goal of the game. He's got 4 points in total, and North Crawford back in front. 22-21, 3.5 minutes to go. Carson Splinter on the left corner, and now Aiden Kelleher loads up for three, swishes it! Third three-pointer of the First Supply first half for Aiden Kelleher, 11 points in total, 2-point lead for the Cats. 3:15 to go till halftime. Sluka on the far side of the floor. There's a pass down low as Bender cuts towards the basket. His shot's no good. Rebound pulled down by Dressler. Dressler pushes ahead to Kelleher. Kelleher fakes, now drives in. Euro steps, puts it off the window and in. Aiden Kelleher with a big First Supply first half, 13 points and a 4-point lead for Southwestern. 2:48 to go until halftime. Ball kicks out in the left corner. Munson, left side of the paint, stops his dribble. Overhead pass and pulled down barely by Stoluka on the far side of the floor. Stoluka gives out to Emler. He loads up for three, knocks it down. That is Emler's first three-pointer of the season, and it's a 1-point lead for Southwestern, 26-25, 2:22 to go in the First Supply first half. Kelleher getting instructions from Coach Nemitz. Dribbles behind his back, stops his dribble right wing, now down low to Pierce. Pierce, a high dribble, loses the ball, and a whistle. Is Pierce going to be called for the foul? As he tried to wrestle the ball away from Zach Bender, but Pierce threw him to the ground. And Pierce guilty of personal foul number 1. Team foul number 6 in the First Supply first half for Southwestern. 2:10 to go, 26-25. Southwestern in the lead. Trojans take possession of the ball. Colin Jacobus gets it across center court, dribbles to the left wing, fires a cross-court pass to Carter Emler. Emler takes a dribble, then hands off to the right corner to Jacobus. Fires it in, right side of the paint, shot put up, shot missed by Zach Bender, rebound collected by Dressler at the free throw line for Southwestern. Pushes ahead quickly on the near side to Drew Martin, who just checked in. Now Dressler finds an open shot in the lane, puts up the floater, shot goes through the contact. Trying to draw the foul, official didn't blow the whistle, but Southwestern now with a 3-point lead with 90 seconds to go in the First Supply first half. Munson under the basket, off the window and in. Munson's first field goal of the game, he's got 3 points. And another 1-point lead for Southwestern, 28-27, a minute 15 to go. As Kelleher, guilty of the offensive foul. Yep, threw a stiff arm on his defender, can't do that. And North Crawford takes possession with a minute 12 to go, 28-27. Southwestern leading. Throwing in the inbound pass on the far side of the floor is Colin Jacobus. Throws it in to number 2, Andrew Munson. Munson fires over to Jacobus on the right wing. Now back out to the top to Munson. Munson to Jacobus. Left-handed dribble. Back to Munson on the left wing. Southwestern showing a 2-3 zone defense. Now driving in, Jacobus kicks back out to the top. Munson stops his dribble left side of the paint, now back out to the top. 47 seconds to go until halftime. Emler back out to the top, swung over to the left wing, catch and shoot, 3, open shot, off the back iron, no good. Shot missed by Munson. Scramble for the rebound is collected on the far side of the floor by Jacobus. Now a cross-court pass back to the near side, finally recovered by North Crawford. And now Landon Blaha just holding the ball right in front of the center court stripe. Hands out to Munson, now back out to the top to Blaha. See if North Crawford just decides to hold for the final shot of this half. Southwestern leading 28-27. Clock continues to run. We're at the 10-second mark. Blaha hands over to the right side. Driving in, stop and pop jumper at the free throw line. Outside of the rim, no good. And a heave by Drew Martin is going to be short. And we go to halftime with our score. Southwestern 28, North Crawford 27. 1-point lead for Southwestern, and coming up next, we will bring you the Peterson Agency halftime report presented by the Peterson Agency in Argyle. Brian Peterson, specializing in home, farm, auto, and umbrella policies, will recap the first half scoring and see if we have any updates from the other games involving our local teams on our Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Peterson Agency halftime report coming up next on 97.7 Country WGLR. and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 4.
Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese, wishing all area athletes successful seasons. Cheese is a great source of protein for school lunches or a snack before the big game. Stop in and try some of our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We have fresh cheese curds weekly and a wide variety of snacks and beverages, plus made-to-order cheese trays. Shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shellsburg.
We're here for you.
I said, is there anything I can do? They explained that their dog was at the emergency vet, and I said, I'm really sorry. If there's anything we can do, come inside and we'll get you some coffee or some hot chocolate. My first instinct was, what can I do to help? And I'm glad that even just asking, I was able to help. I'm so glad she's okay. Look at those eyes. Everyone's like a family here, so I think I would do the same thing for anyone that works here or anyone that came in.
We are Quick Trip.
In Game 4.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Our score at the half, Southwestern 28, North Crawford 27. Our Peterson Agency halftime report coming up next on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 5.
It's the Start Something New sales event going on now at Turpin Motors. Financing as low as 0% with approved credit. Save over $13,000 on a 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Lone Star Crew 4x4. Over $7,000 off a 2024 Dodge Hornet GT all-wheel drive. Plus 8 2024 Ram ProMasters over $10,000 off. See their large inventory and year-end specials at TurpinDodge.com. See Turpin for details on specific models and requirements. No payments till April during the Start Something New sales event at Turpin Dodge Ram and Jeep, JFK and Dodge Street, Dubuque.
Here's to a Wisconsin winter you will always remember. To playing outdoors in a winter wonderland. Here's to cozying up around the fire and holding someone close. And to staying downtown, where the food scene makes your heart sing. And to celebrating moments frozen in time. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your winter getaway at TravelWisconsin.com. Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
In Game 5.
Our Peterson Agency halftime report is presented by the Peterson Agency in Argyle. Brian Peterson, specializing in home, farm, auto, and umbrella policies. We got a good one so far here from North Crawford High School in Soldiers Grove. The halftime score, Southwestern 28, North Crawford 27. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball is presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Recapping the first half scoring, it was a big first half for Aiden Kelleher. He had 3 first half three-pointers and has 13 points total. That is a game high. He's the only player in double figures for either team in the contest so far. Also contributing for Southwestern is Bryce Pierce. He's got 7 points. 5 points for Everett Dressler and 3 for Austin Furlong. Jack Rundy started and has not scored, and he also has 3 personal fouls, so foul trouble for Jack Rundy. We'll see if that comes into play in the second half. Five first half three-pointers for Southwestern, and they are 1 of 3 at the free throw line through the first supply first half. As for North Crawford, a little more balanced scoring-wise as they have contributions from Carter Emler and Landon Blaha leading the team in scoring with 7 points apiece. 4 points for Colin Jacobus and Zach Bender. 3 points for Andrew Munson. And 2 points for Sawyer Steluka. Anthony Fredette started but did not score for North Crawford in that first half. And that's all the players who saw action in the first half for North Crawford. 2 first half three-pointers for North Crawford in that first supply first half. And the Trojans were 3 of 4 at the free throw line in that first half. Unofficially, turnover-wise, I had Southwestern down for 7 and North Crawford with 5. And those are the first half stats. through one half of play between this battle of heavyweights in Division 5 as the number 4 ranked Southwestern Wildcats lead the number 2 ranked North Crawford Trojans 28-27 at the halftime break. We'll take a timeout and we'll come back with some shoebox scoreboard updates, see if we have any updates that we can bring you on our shoebox scoreboard, as again, some staggered starts with the games here this afternoon. Quite a few non-conference games, but we'll see if we can get some updates on games involving our local teams as our Peterson Agency halftime report continues after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 6.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
Spring isn't here yet, but it will be soon, and so will many spring projects for home and business owners. Now is the perfect time to get in front of your potential customers at the Queen Bee Radio Home and Outdoor Show, Saturday, March 22nd from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. at the Eckstein Exhibit Building at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Lancaster. Reserve your space now by contacting your Queen Bee Radio sales rep or call Jen Casper for more information at 608-349-2000. The Queen Bee Radio Home and Outdoor Show, Saturday, March 22nd in Lancaster.
In Game 6.
Wrapping up our Peterson Agency halftime report presented by the Peterson Agency in Argyle. Brian Peterson specializing in home, farm, auto, and umbrella policies. 28-27, Southwestern leading North Crawford at the break from North Crawford High School in Soldiers Grove. Tyler Dictanis with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Checking in on X to see if we have any updates on our shoebox scoreboard involving any of our local teams, and I don't see any scores locally that we can report on, so hopefully we get some before the end of our broadcast. But our scoreboard again presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Basketball today also brought to you by Donnie's Tire and Auto. Call the only hooker in town for 24-hour towing service at 568-3014. That's 568-3014. Your home for excellent car care is at Donnie's Tire and Auto in Dickeyville. Also by Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control with over 40 years of professional, friendly service. People's State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their area convenient locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler and at WCC-brands.com. And by Bouse Electric. Call Brad, Adrian, and Josh Busher at Bouse Electric in Lancaster and Fenimore. Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and at sloans.com. Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors of Belmont, Prairie du Chien, and at carriesguttersanddoors.com. Bytech Resource Management of Greener Way, Bytech Resource Management of Monroe. And by Krantz Auto Parts, your local hardware Hank and Napa dealer. See Rob Krantz of the crew at Krantz Auto Parts for full service repair on cars and light trucks too. Krantz Auto Parts of Fenimore. Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, and refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. That's Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. Our first half was brought to you by First Supply of Platteville, your total commercial plumbing and heating wholesale outlet. When quality parts are needed, the experts rely on First Supply of Platteville. And by TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Jury and the gang a call. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. And by Guys Truck and Tractor for heavy-duty towing and recovery, reliable 24-hour roadside service and long-distance transports. Call on Guys Truck and Tractor in Kieler and at guystruck.com. Both teams set to take the floor for the second half of our top 5 matchup in the state in Division 5. 28-27, Southwestern leading at the halftime break. Tyler Dictanis with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. The Saturday afternoon game, starting off my timing here, as We do pick up the action here to begin the second half. The Trojans in possession of the basketball, working from left to right as we see it from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. And as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, is driving towards the basket was Blaha. And his shot's no good, but a foul called against Southwestern right out of the gate. And I believe they're going to whistle up Bryce Pierce. This would be his second. Actually, I beg your pardon, they're going to whistle up Aiden Kelleher. That's his second personal, and the free throw is missed by Blaha. Blaha with 7 points in that first half. Missing his first free throw. Blaha, a 78% free throw shooter, and he knocks down the second. Tied at 28. 17:45 to go in regulation as Jack Rundy walks it across center court on the far side of the floor. Left-handed dribble now switches to the right hand, directing traffic on the high right side. Pushes over to the corner to Austin Furlong, now back out to Rundy. Rundy lobs it into Pierce, turns around, that one rattles in for two. Bryce Pierce now with 9 points on the contest. Southwestern back up by 2, 30-28, 17:20 to go. Jacobus hands out to the left wing to Blaha. Blaha, right-handed dribble to the free throw line, kicks it back out, and a whistle and a reach-in foul called against Southwestern. And they say it's a push on Bryce Pierce. That is his second personal, second team foul of the half for Southwestern. Inbounding baseline right side is Blaha, throws it into the corner to Anthony Fredette. And Fredette tried to throw it back to Andrew Munson, but the ball deflected out of bounds, and the Trojans will inbound right in front of their own bench. Throwing it in is Andrew Munson. Munson throws it to Blaha between the rings, out to the left wing to Zach Bender, and that one stolen away by Southwestern. Cats coming down the floor, catch and shoot three in the left corner for Furlong, overshoots the rim, and that one pulled down by Cullen Jacobus. Jacobus pushing it ahead to Munson on the far side. Now back out to the top to Jacobus. Jacobus, nice fake in the lane, puts up a floater off the front of the rim, no good. Dressler with the rebound for Southwestern. Dressler angles towards the near sideline, down to the left corner, stops the dribble, fires a cross-court pass to Rundy. Rundy, right elbow, now in the paint, back out to the left wing, and the ball stolen away by Andrew Munson. 30-28 the score, 16:25 to play in the second half as a shot put up under the basket, no good, and hitting the floor hard. As a player for North Crawford is, I believe that was number 5, Zach Bender, eating most of that contact, and now that is personal foul number 3 on Bryce Pierce. That's a big foul for the Cats. 3 team fouls in the second half, and the first free throw is knocked down for Zach Bender. Zach Bender, a 55% free throw shooter on the season. Pierce checks out, now back in the game, number 22, Caden DeMuth. Second free throw knocked down. Zach Bender ties the game on those 2 free throws, 30-30. Southwestern, North Crawford tied as North Crawford is pressing. Austin Furlong gets it across center court though, pushes ahead to the near side to Jack Rundy. Rundy, left-handed dribble. Dribbles inside the arc, now back out to the left wing, hands off to Aiden Kelleher. Kelleher trying to get past his defender, Anthony Fredette. Now hands back off to the left wing to Jack Rundy. Rundy switching for the left to the right hand, fires back to Dressler in the left wing, now catch and shoot 3 in the corner for Aiden Kelleher. Ricochets off the left side of the rim, Andrew Munson with the rebound for North Crawford. Now driving in the lane, shot put up, and a travel called against Zach Bender. So he had the ball knocked out of his hands, recovered on his way up, and kind of wrong place, wrong time for Zach Bender. It's a turnover for North Crawford. Southwestern takes possession, 30-30 our score. We're tied with over 15.5 minutes to play in the game. Jack Rundy, left side of the paint, gets back out to the top to Kelleher. Kelleher, step and pop, jumper, right elbow, got it. Aiden Kelleher now with 15 points on the game. Southwestern leading by 2, 32-30, 15:20 to go. Jacobus on the left wing for the Trojans. And contact as Jacobus is trying to drive in the lane, and they're going to call a foul on Southwestern. That's their 14th foul of the half already. Averaging a foul a minute here in the second half. It's the first personal on Austin Furlong, and that one deflected in the backcourt, and DeMuth coming back the other way, and left-handed layup is good. Keaton DeMuth with the steal and score. Southwestern back up by 4, 34-30, 15 minutes to play. Three-pointer on the left wing, off the front of the rim, then off the backboard, put back no good. Scramble for the rebound, and still missing is number 1, Colin Jacobus, and Jacobus able to recover it on the high right side. And the Trojans will reset. Blaha calls for a screen, stops his dribble at the top of the arc, hands in as a shot put up and missed by Zach Bender, and the rebound taken away by Kelleher, and he puts up a floater coming back in transition. Off the back iron, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Southwestern. As the last to touch it was number 3, Anthony Fredette. Today's game brought to you by Haverland Heating and Cooling of Hazel Green, your local Carrier dealer. With a complete line of home heating products to keep your family comfortable, call Nick Haverland of Haverland Heating and Cooling. Southwestern inbounding baseline right side, leading 34-30, 14.5 minutes to go in the game. Catch and shoot 3 for Dressler. Back iron, no. DeMuth with the rebound and the putback. DeMuth with 4 points in the second half for Southwestern and pushes the Cats' lead to 6. 14-15 to go in the game. Southwestern 36, North Crawford 30. As the pass was deflected but recovered by Landon Blaha before it goes into the backcourt. Now ball on the high left side to Carter Emler. Ball works its way over to the near side to Blaha. Blaha stops his dribble at the right elbow. Now on the left wing, Munson driving in, and the layup off the window and in somehow, some way. My, what a move, what a finish for Andrew Munson. Back to a 4-point lead for Southwestern, 36-32, 13:40 to go. Kessler gets off to the left corner to Remy Lawrence. Now down low, DeMuth trying to put up the shot. Shot's no good, but he got fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line. Peter DeMuth on the season, averaging 43% from the free throw line, averaging 8 points per game. As Coach Emmets pulls the rest of his team to the sideline to talk things over. Foul was against Zach Bender. That's his second personal, first team foul of the half, and the free throw for DeMuth is good. Now gets him 5 points on the game. Game brought to you by Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com. Member FDIC. Second free throw for DeMuth is good. 6 points, all then coming in the second half. 38-32, a 6-point lead for Southwestern, 13.5 minutes to play. Andrew Munson stops his dribble between the rings. Hands over to the near side to Emler. Emler stops his dribble at the free throw line. Back out to Zach Bender, ball deflected but recovered. Is off to Sawyer Steluka on the far side of the floor. Steluka skips it over to the top to Bender, works its way over to the near side to Munson. Munson to Steluka, loading up for 3, off the front of the rim, no good. Scramble for the rebound, Kelleher pulls it down. Kelleher dribbles to the left side of the paint, turns around, puts up a floater, side of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Andrew Munson. Munson quickly back down the floor for the Trojans. Back out to the left wing, now in the left corner to Jacobus. Jacobus stops his dribble baseline, and a timeout taken by North Crawford. 12:46 to play in the game, 38-32 is our score. It's a 30-second stop. We'll stay here. Tell you that our game brought to you by Mount City Bank. Their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop at Mount City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com. Game is also brought to you by Shingles Heating and Cooling, your local Daikin dealer. Call Bradley Schneider for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service from Shingles Heating and Cooling in Bloomington. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, when you are ready. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. And by Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialists, the pros at Brian's gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. 12:46 to go in the game, 38-32. Southwestern leading North Crawford. Trojans in possession of the basketball. Working from left to right as we see it here from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth. As Steluka loads up for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound pulled down by Jacobus at the top of the arc. Ball given to Munson on the left wing. Back out to the top to Emler. Emler in the lane. Underhand toss. Nice look. Nice finish. for Andrew Munson. Munson now with 7 points for the Trojans, 38-34, Southwestern leading. 12:15 to go in regulation. Ball skipped over on the right wing to Rundy. Rundy, step and pop jumper, right side of the lane, no good. Demuth there with the rebound and the putback. Caden Demuth with 8 points in the second half, 40-34, 12 minutes to go. Southwestern in front. Trojans trying to cut into the lead. Colin Jacobus gets a screen from a teammate, fires a pass to the right wing. Now back out to the left wing, driving in. Emler puts up a shot off the window, no good. Offensive foul. Great job by Carson Splinter to draw the charge. Second team foul of the half for North Crawford. As that will go against Carter Emler, his first personal. Trojans are pressing in the backcourt, but now retreat after the inbound pass as Jack Rundy will walk it across right on top of the Trojans logo at center court. And the ball's poked away from behind, and all alone is Colin Jacobus with the layup. 6 points for him, and just like that, back to a 4-point lead for Southwestern, 40-36, 11:20 to play. Pass into Demuth at the free throw line, now back out to Lawrence. Lawrence finds Rundy in the right corner, drives into the lane, stops his dribble inside the paint, puts up a jumper, gets the shot, count the bucket, and the foul. Great concentration by Rundy to get the shot down. That's his first points of the game. And he'll have a chance to convert a three-point play at the free throw line. Makes it 42-36 with 11:06 to go in the game. Now back in the game is Austin Furlong for Southwestern. Finally the scoreboard updates, and now Rundy at the free throw line. Rundy misses the three-point play, but a whistle. And they're going to let him shoot it again. It looks like they will. Rundy on the season at the free throw line, 44%. And they'll redo this free throw for a chance to convert the three-point play. This one's good. Southwestern 43, North Crawford 36, 11:05 to go, and Rundy checks out of the game. Everett Dressler back in for Southwestern. Andrew Munson gets it across center court for the Trojans, angles towards the near side, hands off to Carter Emler on the right wing. Emler being guarded by Dressler, hands off to the right corner to Colin Jacobus. Jacobus, ball over his head, gives back out to the top to Munson. Munson, crossover dribble, right side of the lane. Takes on a double team, puts up a shot, a lot of contact, and a foul called against Southwestern. Looks like this will go against Remy Lawrence. Team foul number 5 of the half for Southwestern, and free throws coming up for Munson. 0 for 1 on this trip, makes him 1 of 3 on the game. Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Herms's for the perfect paint for your next project. Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. And a timeout before the second free throw. It's a 30-second stop. Timeout taken by Southwestern. Gives us a chance to their game, brought to you by Russell Offices, here to assist as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices. Game also brought to you by Clare Bank, with their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. Proud to support our community events. Clare Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. Tyler Dictanis with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. 43-36, Southwestern leading North Crawford, 10:45 to go as the second free throw coming out of the timeout. Coming up for Andrew Munson. Munson has 7 points on the game. He's 1 of 3 at the free throw line, and the second free throw is swished. 43-37, 10:45 to go as Southwestern gets the inbound pass in to Everett Dressler. Trojans retreat to the backcourt. Now Dressler gets a screen from Carson Splinter, angles to the left wing. Right-handed dribble for Dressler, now Looks to drive, tries to kick it inside, ball loose on the floor and stolen away by the Trojans. And Blaha will cross the timeline with it right on top of the Trojans logo. Kicks over to the left wing to Candler. Candler gets back to Carter Emler, stops his dribble at the free throw line. Landon Blaha top of the arc. Stops his dribble on the left wing, guarded by Splinter heavily. Now finds Emler down low, trying to take on DeMuth. Puts up a shot, ball rolls outside of the rim. DeMuth with the rebound for Southwestern. It gets back to Remy Lawrence, who will walk it across center court. Left-handed dribble, now sprints to the left side of the paint. Back to the free throw line, now to Furlong. Furlong, step and pop, puts up a floater off the front of the rim, no good. DeMuth to clean up the mess. That one's short of the rim too. DeMuth hits the deck. Trojans get the rebound. Trojans quickly down the floor and off the window and in. Nice finish for Andrew Munson. Nice move in the lane, and it's a 4-point lead for Southwestern, 43-39, 9.5 minutes to play. Dressler finds Carson Splinter, trying to put up a shot, and I believe a reach-in going to be called against the Trojans, as it was a little awkward as Carson Splinter was trying to drive in the paint. Now the officials having a conversation left side of the free throw line. Call a foul on Sawyer Steluka. That is team foul number 4 of the half for North Crawford, as Bryce Pierce will check in the game, sending DeMuth to the bench. Everett Dressler now checking out of the game as well. Now Carson Splinter inbounding baseline left side for Southwestern. Gets it into Aiden Kelleher in the left corner. Kelleher swings it out to the top to Remy Lawrence. Lawrence to Splinter on the right wing. Splinter loses the ball. Kelleher recovers right in front of the timeline. Left-handed dribble, top of the arc. Stops his dribble, gives off to the left corner to Lawrence. Cross-court pass to the right wing. Driving in, putting on the floater is Splinter off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound pulled down by Zach Bender. Landon Blaha across the center court, looking to the coaching staff. Coach Wettstein for some direction. Now left-handed dribble between the rings. 8:48 to play. 43-39, Southwestern leading. Now driving in, Carter Emler puts up a shot, a lot of contact, and they're going to say it's a held ball. As they say, the Southwestern defender had all ball as Emler was driving in. And the alternate possession will give it to Southwestern. Clock is stopped with 8:40 to go. Jack Rundy checks back in. Remy Lawrence checks out for Southwestern. Also in the game, number 34, Drew Martin for the Cats. 8:35 to go. Southwestern 43, North Crawford 39. Good one here between two of the top 5 ranked teams in Division 5. And Kelleher with it on the left wing. Finds Drew Martin in the corner, loads up for 3, short of the rim, no good. Pierce puts up a shot. His shot's no good. A lot of contact, no whistle. And a pass across center court is intercepted by Kelleher. And what's the whistle here? It's ball is going to go to North Crawford. No foul called, but the Trojans have possession. 8:10 to play. Blaha on the high left side. Stops his dribble, tries to skip it in, and a steal for Bryce Pierce as he looks for someone to pass out to and finds Drew Martin. Drew Martin then hands off to Kelleher on the far side. Kelleher, left-handed dribble, stop and pop jumper in front of the free throw line. Ball around and down for Aiden Kelleher. 17 points for Kelleher, 7:45 to play in the game, 45-39. Southwestern leading North Crawford. Blaha gives off to Andrew Munson on the far side of the floor. Now back out to the top to Carter Emler. Emler hands out to Blaha, catch and shoot 3. That one rattles out. Somehow didn't go down, but the rebound taken by Austin Furlong of Southwestern. Aiden Kelleher taking his time, crossing center court on the near side, gets a screen from Drew Martin, dribbles to the left corner. Gives off to Pierce, gives right back to Kelleher. Kelleher hesitates, now drives in, kicks it back out to the top to Rundy. Now to Pierce on the left wing. Pierce going to get back to Jack Rundy. Rundy switching from the right to the left hand, hands out to Kelleher, right in front of the scores table. Lobs it into Pierce, and Pierce has the ball knocked away from behind, and it's stolen away by North Crawford. Under 7 minutes to play in the game, 45-39. Southwestern leads as an inlet pass is stolen away by Southwestern. As Southwestern pushes ahead as Kieler tries to get past a defender right in front of the center court stripe. Finds a teammate down low. Furlong reverse layup is good. Austin Furlong now with 5 points on the game, 47-39, biggest lead of the game for Southwestern. Coming with 6:20 to play in the game. Blaha thought about shooting the three on the left wing, but holds onto the ball. Now decides to dribble, takes on Pierce, drives in the lane, puts up a shot, no good, but a foul called against Jack Rundy. That is Rundy's 4th personal. It's a big foul for Southwestern. 2 free throws coming up for Blaha. Landed Blaha 8 points on the game. Switches the first free throw. Drew Martin checks out. Caden DeMuth checks back in. And Dressler back in the game for Southwestern as Rundy checks out of the game with those 4 fouls. Second free throw knocked down for Blaha. Southwestern 47, North Crawford 41, 6:05 remaining. Eden Kelleher across the center court stripe. Dribbles from the left to the right, now to DeMuth. He loads up for 3, straight ahead. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound collected by Jacobus of North Crawford. And Jacobus will jog it across center court. Cross court pass back to the near side to Munson. Munson to the left wing to Bender. Now to Blaha between the rings. Left-handed dribble for Blaha as he puts up a 3 right in front of Bryce Pierce. Out the front of the rim, no good. Scramble for the rebound, finally collected by Munson. He loads up for 3 straight ahead, knocks it down for 3. Munson with the 3, cuts the deficit in half, 47-44, 1 possession ball game. Southwestern with the lead and the ball as a foul called against the Trojans. Must have been away from the ball. Bryce Pierce checks out of the game, now back in is Carson Splinter. 5:20 to go. Splinter gets the inbound pass on the left wing. Tosses over to Aiden Kelleher on the right wing. Dribbles into the paint, takes on a double team, passes out to DeMuth at the right elbow. Now to Dressler, catch and shoot 3, left wing, got it! Big time 3 for Everett. Dressler answers with a 3-pointer of his own, 50-44, under 5 minutes remaining, Southwestern leading. Shot put up in the lane, and putting it off the glass it in is Landon Blaha. 50-46, 4:45 to go. Fun one here from Soldiers Grove, North Crawford High School. Carson Splinter on the high left side, right-handed dribble, tosses over to Furlong, now over to Kelleher on the right corner. Toss it into DeMuth. DeMuth finds Dressler in the left wing. Drives in the paint, kicks out, Furlong, open 3, right corner. Side of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Andrew Munson. Once across the center court on the near sideline. Drives into the paint, puts it off the window, too strong, but a foul against Southwestern. That will be team foul number 7. So bonus free throws for the Trojans the rest of the way. At the line is Andrew Munson. And the first free throw missed. 4:16 to play, 50-46. Southwestern leading. As Munson loading up for another free throw. And he knocks this one down. And a timeout. No, just a brief stoppage. 50-47 the score, 4:16 to go. 1 possession ball game, Southwestern with the ball. Kelleher gives it ahead to Furlong, now back to Kelleher. Kelleher trying to cross the 10-second stripe, left-handed dribble, gets it across. To the left wing, stops his dribble. Finds Carson Splinter between the rings. Splinter gets a screen for DeMuth. Switches from the left to the right hand. Now back to Furlong. Under 4 minutes to go. Southwestern with a 3-point lead. Kelleher gets a screen for DeMuth. Tries to lob it into DeMuth, but it's stolen away by the Trojans. North Crawford getting it across center court. Could make it a 1-point ball game or potentially tie it up with a 3. Carter Emler gives off to the right wing to Zach Bender. Switching from the left to the right hand, now hands off to Munson. That's dribbles between the rings, being met by Carson Splinter. Hands off to Bender on the right wing. Now in down low to Miller, in a shot put up off the front of the rim. No good. Offensive rebound, though, collected by Jacobus. Gets back out to the top to Munson. Now back to Zach Bender on the left wing. Into Emler. Emler trying to duck his way through traffic. Shot's not going to count. Foul's on the floor. So a 1-and-1 coming up for North Crawford. As Caden DeMuth guilty of the foul. That should be his third. Scoreboard reflects that team foul number 8 for Southwestern, and the free throw rattles in for Carter Emler. Emler now with 8 points on the game in his first game back, as he was out for 4 games with an injury. Zach Bender checks out of the game. And now back in is Colin Jacobus. Second free throw for Emler. Knocks it down. 1 point game, 3:05 to go. Southwestern 50, North Crawford 49. Everett Dressler with a yo-yo dribble as he crosses center court on the far side. Switches to the left hand, hands off to the near side to Kelleher. Kelleher gets a screen from DeMuth. Stops his dribble in the left corner, back out to the top to Dressler. Dressler back to Kelleher, going baseline, puts up a floater, short of the rim, no good, but a foul against North Crawford. Getting my Norths and Souths mixed up. Can't do that in this game. But free throws coming up for Southwestern. Team foul number 6 of the half for the Trojans. As Kelleher's first free throw is good. Kelleher now with 18 points on the game for Southwestern. Southwestern making some adjustments. They're going to send DeMuth into the backcourt. As Kelleher loads up for the second free throw off the back iron, no good. And the rebound pulled down by the Trojans, 51-49, 2:48 to play. Ball left corner to Stluka, down low to Emler, puts up a shot, banks it in for 2. Tied at 51, 2:28 to go. Aiden Kelleher, left-handed dribble, gets a screen from Jack Rundy. Jumps to the left side of the paint. He's double teamed, finds a teammate down low. DeMuth off the window and in. 10 points for Caden DeMuth. All of them coming in the second half and back to a 2-point lead for Southwestern. 2:05 to play in the game. Jacobus angles to the right wing, stops his dribble. Cross-court pass to Stluka on the left wing. Now back out to the top to Munson, loads up for 3. Out the front of the rim, no good. And the rebound is knocked out of bounds. Who touched it last? It went off the fingertips of Jacobus, and it will be Southwestern basketball. 1:51 remaining. 53-51. Southwestern with the lead and the ball. Inbound pass gets in Everett Dressler in the backcourt. Dressler being met by Andrew Munson. Switches to the left hand as he crosses center court, standing right on top of the Trojans logo. Gets a screen for DeMuth. Now to Jack Rundy on the right wing, Furlong in the right corner. Furlong dribbles out of the corner, finds Jack Rundy on the high right side. 90 seconds remaining. Rundy in the lane, puts up a floater, gets the lucky bounce. And a timeout taken by North Crawford with 1:24 remaining. Southwestern 55, North Crawford 51. Number 4 leads number 2. It's a full timeout. We'll take one too. Back after this on WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 7.
The weather can be unpredictable in the Tri-States. Tune into 97.7 WGLR and we'll keep you up to date on all the cancellations and delays affecting the Tri-States. Cancellations and delays are presented by Avercamp Auto Body. This is Rose from Avercamp Auto Body on Main Street in Platteville. You can rely on us for complete and professional auto body repair services. Whether it's paint, frame straightening, or collision repair, we do it all. Avercamp Auto Body is celebrating 10 years in business on Main Street in Platteville. Check us out on Facebook and online at avercampautobody.com.
At Dubuque Mattress, we understand the quality of sleep is important. That's why when you shop at Dubuque Mattress, you'll notice that we are invested in finding the right mattress for you. Our trained and experienced sales staff won't sell you something you don't need or want. We care about you, the customer, and want you to get the best night's sleep possible. That's our goal. Stop in today along Highway 20, directly across from Tyson's. Dubuque Mattress, for the rest of your life.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
In Game 7.
A minute 24 remaining. Southwestern 55, North Crawford 51. North Crawford in possession of the basketball coming out of the timeout. Colin Jacobus between the rings, hands off to the far side to Andrew Munson. Munson back to Blaha on the near side. Blaha finds Munson on the left side, finds Carter Emler in the corner. Now down low, scoop layup, off the side of the rim, no good. Scramble for the rebound. Rebound was missed by Bender, and then the layup is made by North Crawford, and a timeout taken by the Trojans with 55.8 seconds remaining. As we're back to a 2-point ball game, 55-53, with just about 58 seconds to play in the contest. We'll stay here and tell you that our broadcast is brought to you by Haverland Heating and Cooling of Hazel Green, your local Carrier dealer with a complete line of home heating products to keep your family comfortable. Call Nick Haverland of Haverland Heating and Cooling. Also by Saunders Oil Company of Warren, family owned for 3 generations, offering delivery of premium diesel fuel and gasoline products to tri-state homes, farms, and businesses. Saunders Oil Company of Warren. And by Mount City Bank, their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop into Mount City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com. I believe it was Zach Bender that made that last layup for North Crawford. And that layup makes it a 2-point ball game. Southwestern 55, North Crawford 53. With 55.8 seconds remaining in the game. Southwestern in possession of the ball. On our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Southwestern set to throw in the inbound pass. Jack Rundy gets it into Everett Dressler. Dressler pushes ahead to Austin Furlong, fires a pass to the left corner to Carson Splinter. Now back out to Furlong, now to Splinter in the corner. Dressler being double teamed, drops the shoulder, and an offensive foul called against Dressler. Kind of a hockey check move there by Dressler, dropping the shoulder. Coach Nemitz not happy with that call at all. Neither are the Southwestern fans, but that's team foul number 9. And a 30-second timeout with 43.1 seconds remaining. 55-53, Southwestern leading. Our game brought to you by Community First Bank. For you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. After the game, we'll have the Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show. We'll pick out a tri-core turning point as well. With some business to attend to in the final 43 seconds of this one. 55-53, Southwestern leading North Crawford. The number 4 ranked team in the state leading the number 2 ranked team in the state on the road. North Crawford breaks their huddle. Southwestern now breaks theirs. North Crawford with the ball, trailing by 2, 43.1 seconds left. Colin Jacobus throws it into the backcourt to Andrew Munson. Munson quickly crosses the timeline, hands off to Blaha, now over to the near side to Bender. Bender in the corner. Finds Munson. Back out to Bender, now back to Munson in the right corner. Munson with a left-handed dribble. We're under 30 seconds to go. Blaha calls for a screen, now hands off to Colin Jacobus. Jacobus dribbles right in front of the center court stripe, now hands off to Munson. Munson stops his dribble, top of the arc, looking for a teammate, and a timeout taken by North Crawford. 12.9 seconds left in a full timeout. We're not going to go anywhere. We're not going to risk it. And now Coach Nemitz is saying that they're out of timeouts. And now Coach Nemitz wanting an explanation from the officials is... And Coach Nemitz is saying that North Crawford's out of timeouts, but it's a full one taken by North Crawford. Again, our Grant Regional Health Center People's State Bank coverage of high school boys basketball is presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Tyler Dictanis with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth as this game has lived up to the hype, and we still have some time left. 55-53, Southwestern leads North Crawford. North Crawford in possession of the ball in the final seconds of this game, looking to either tie or take the lead on this possession. Coach Wettstein talking things over with his team, drawing something up. As he said after the game, the Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show, our tri-core turning point. But I don't know if we've seen it quite yet, as there's 12.9 seconds left on the clock. Andrew Munson set to throw it in right in front of the North Crawford bench. Munson gets the ball, throws it into the backcourt to Colin Jacobus. 10 seconds left. Munson between the rings, hands out to Blaha. Now to Emler on the right wing. 3 seconds left. They got to put up a shot. And shot put up, it's short of the rim, no good. Shot missed by Andrew Munson. And Southwestern wins on the road 55-53. What a game here in Soldiers Grove. Southwestern wins their fourth game in a row and their third big win. The second time in 3 games they've taken down an undefeated team, and the Cats improved to 14-3 on the campaign. And North Crawford suffers their first loss of the season. They fall to 12-1. Southwestern finally gets a home game coming up on Tuesday as they host Iowa Grant. And North Crawford will try to get things right on Tuesday as they go to conference rival Ithaca to resume Ridge and Valley Conference play. But man, oh man, what a fun game here in Soldiers Grove at North Crawford High School. Again, coming up next, our Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show, tri-core turning point, shoebox scoreboard updates if we can bring them to you. It's all straight ahead. Post-game show coming up next on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 8.
Start the new year with savings at Gasser Hardware and Farm Supply during the Fill a Bag sale at Gasser Hardware and Farm Supply. Now through January 31st, fill a bag and get 15% off everything inside, excluding sale items. Plus, save $15 on Easy Care interior and exterior paint, 10% off spray paint, brushes, and rollers, and score big on tools like the DeWalt heavy-duty bench grinder for just $118. Hurry in, only at Gasser Hardware and Farm Supply for the job you do.
Hi, this is Daniel Schmidt at Gasser Hardware and Farm Supply. For all of your agricultural needs, visit any of our 7 stores serving the Tri-States.
Tune in to the Southwest Tech Agriculture Farm Show with Bob Mittendorf weekday mornings from 5 to 6 a.m. Bob Mittendorf is the premier agriculture voice in the tri-state area, and he's teamed up with Southwest Tech to give you the latest agricultural news, markets, and a whole lot more. So don't miss the Southwest Tech Agriculture Farm Show with Bob Mittendorf right here on 97.7 Country and WGLR.com. Southwest Tech. This is where you belong.
In Game 8.
Number 4 ranked Southwestern takes down number 2 ranked North Crawford on the road, 55-53, in a classic between these two heavyweights. In Division 5, our Grant Regional Health Center People's State 8 coverage of high school boys basketball is presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Our Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show coming up next, right here on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 9.
Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors of Belmont and Prairie du Chien is who to call for top quality CHI overhead doors. Enhance the curb appeal and security of your home by choosing the fine line of CHI overhead doors from Carey's. And when it comes to seamless gutters that keep your home protected from water damage, Carey's has you covered too. Visit Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com today to learn more. They'll service all the rest, and they deal in the best. Get your new CHI overhead doors at Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont and Prairie du Chien.
Hello, Dr. Matt here from Cuba City Family Dental. Something we take pride in is having 3 state-of-the-art facilities in Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington. Our investment in the latest technology and innovative services allows us to provide top-notch dental care to our area families. Take control of your oral health and make an appointment with our team, and let's make your smile the best it can be. Contact Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental now, and let's start this journey together. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
In Game 9.
Southwestern, your winner over North Crawford in a battle of top 5 ranked teams in Division 5. 55-53 the final. Southwestern taking down North Crawford. Our Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management postgame show coming up next. We'll see if we can catch up with Coach Nemitz and maybe a player or two as well. Part of our postgame coverage, as we'll take a quick timeout and come back with more on our Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management postgame show on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 10.
Paid for by Hims & Hers Health. Hims & Hers weight loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at forhers.com apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded.
With Hers, you can access doctor-trusted weight loss plans, like compounded GLP-1 weekly injections with the same active ingredient as Ozempic and Wegovy. Based on pricing through Hers, save up to 91% per month with compounded semaglutide, the same active ingredient as the name brand drug. Get started at forhers.com/start today. That's forhers.com/start.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a walk-up with central air and a skylight, and you found it. Now, every Friday night, you get to fall asleep to the sound of your downstairs neighbors' dance parties. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
In Game 10.
Southwestern 55, North Crawford 53, our final from Soldiers Grove. North Crawford High School. Tyler Dictanis with you from the Wolf Construction broadcast booth on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Trying to track down Coach Clint Nemitz, see if he'll join us for some post-game thoughts as the Southwestern Wildcats get their 3rd big win in a row. 2nd time in 3 games that they have defeated an undefeated team, handing them their 1st loss of the season. Our Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management postgame show comes your way next on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Postgame 3 minutes.
Hey y'all, I'm Kelly Clarkson. Every American dreams of creating a better life for his or her family, but in some communities, those dreams face difficult challenges. When we come together to help those in need get the same opportunities as everyone else, we truly are making our country a better place to live for all of us. So look for volunteer opportunities in your community to help others achieve the American dream, all right? This message is courtesy of the United States Air Force.
Does that number calling you look familiar, but you aren't sure if you know them? It could be a scam using spoofing. I'm Lancaster Police Chief Deborah Rukoff. Spoofing is a way scammers make it look like an area number, or even a number you know, is calling you. In reality, they could be hundreds or thousands of miles away. Scam calls are after one thing, your information. Prevent a crime before it happens. Keep your personal information private and hang up if you suspect it's a scam.
This public service announcement courtesy of Queen Bee Radio.
I'm Dr. Miller, a dentist and a volunteer for Dental Lifeline Network. DLN is a nonprofit that has helped me literally change the lives of people in my community through the Donated Dental Services program. DLN asks dentists to volunteer to see just one of the many patients in need each year. If you're a dentist or know a dentist, please share this information. Like me, they can make a real difference in someone's life. DLN makes it easy.
Go to willyouseeone.org to learn more. That's willyouseeone.org.
So, what's the asking price on these houses?
You'd probably be more comfortable living somewhere else.
How long is the lease? Sure, you can afford to live here, but...
How about the schools?
We have twins.
This neighborhood probably wouldn't be right for your kids.
If a real estate or rental agent says anything like this, you are being discriminated against, and it is illegal. If you experience housing discrimination, go to HUD.gov/fair housing and report it. Fair housing. The law is on your side. A message from HUD in partnership with the National Fair Housing Alliance.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Human Services and the Ad Council.
Parents, we know we can't protect our kids from everything. Eventually, they're going to bump their heads or scrape their knees. But we can protect them from 6 types of cancer. HPV, or human papillomavirus, is a common preventable virus that can cause cancer later in life. The HPV vaccine prevents human papillomavirus and all the cancers it can cause. The American Cancer Society recommends getting your sons and daughters the HPV vaccine starting at age 9 to protect them later in life.
It is time for the Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show. Edward Jones is a financial services firm serving individuals and business owners. Is your money working as hard as it should be? This is Elena Reeves with Edward Jones. If you want to provide for your children's education, reduce your tax bill, or prepare for a comfortable retirement, we need to talk. Today, more than ever, your financial security deserves the attention of full-time financial advisors. Take advantage of our years of experience. Contact financial advisors Elena or Ben Reeves at 608-348-2441 or stop by our office on Highways 80 and 81 in Platteville next to Sups Nutrition. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Time now for the Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management post-game show on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Number 4 ranked Southwestern takes down number 2 ranked North Crawford 55-53 in another classic game. And we're joined by the victorious head coach Clint Nemitz of the Southwestern Wildcats. Coach, I could say what a win, but it feels like we've been saying what a win for the last 3 games or so with the wins against Mineral Point and then defeating Abundant Life, and now a big one on the road against North Crawford. Another gritty win for this team. What are your takeaways from this win for your Wildcats here today?
Just that. I think it was a gritty win where against a very good team that plays, a very good pressure defense, and we were finding points hard to come by. We knew that we had an advantage in the post, and I see my old varsity basketball coach down there, Coach Up and all. So if I don't praise the post players, I'll probably get yelled at. But the post, Caden DeMuth, Bryce Pierce, they both played excellent down low for us. Caden especially coming off the bench, getting some big rebounds. And it's just the guys are starting to understand that this is a 10-player team effort each and every single night. And I couldn't be prouder of these guys.
Yeah, Caden DeMuth, the big second half, I had him down for 10 points, all of them coming in the second half, and it really felt like rebounding and getting those, putbacks, those, offensive boards, quick putbacks, and getting points there. That played a big factor, and, it kind of felt like you were in control most of the second half. It was, 4 to 7 points, kind of here and there. But then, give credit to North Crawford. They tried to stay in it. Things tied up, but then you had the answer down in the end. I'm going to ask you about a Tricor Turning Point brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. When did you feel the momentum had officially swung your way and that your team is going to come away with the win?
I didn't. I honestly, you say that it felt like we were in control the whole time. I didn't feel that way at all. I did feel like we were starting to get some better looks, and I thought defensively we made some adjustments at halftime to help us keep that ball out of the middle of the lane, and that was starting to take shape a little bit more. So I like the way we were playing for sure. You come up into an environment like this against a very good team, you just never feel comfortable. And, they made it close for sure. We had to guard one more time.
Kevin, you actually mentioned in pregame that it might come down to who has the last shot. It was a 1-point ball game last year between you two, and then, had a 1-point lead going into the half. So it was pretty close the entire way. It felt like it came down to the end. Was this kind of the tempo and pace that you thought the game was going to be?
Yeah, this lived up to the billing for me. They were up in our shorts, and they trapped in the post. I thought they played outstanding half-court defense for the better part of the whole game, and I did think this would be kind of the pace. Both teams didn't really shoot the greatest from the outside. I thought that would have been a little bit better. But, yeah, two good teams battling. What more could you ask for on a Saturday night?
Yeah, no kidding. And then looking ahead in the schedule, you finally get a home game. You get Iowa Grant coming up on Tuesday, and then 2 more road games at Riverdale, and then a big matchup at Potosi. Looking ahead at the schedule, what's going to be the message for your team moving forward after 3 very gritty opponents and 3 great wins against quality opponents?
Yeah, just stay the course. Continue to see the things that we're showing them on film, and that that makes our team a tough guard. We got to make sure that we continue to see those things. I thought we were late getting the ball into the post a few times, a little bit late, and not as aggressive as we usually are on the attack with the dribble. So a lot of that can be attributed to just travel and coming up to a hostile environment, you could say. But I think getting back home and playing on Tuesday night is going to be great for these guys. And then, as you said, we still got some tough opponents coming up, and you got to stay focused.
It was a fun game to watch. It's been a fun team to watch all season long. Looking forward to seeing the next time. We'll see you guys on the floor. Thanks so much for your time, Coach. Go enjoy this win. Have fun staying at home for a few days at least, and then good luck the rest of the way.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Yeah, this is Clinton Evans, head coach of the Southwestern Wildcats. His Cats get the win today over the North Crawford Trojans, 55-53. Again, number 4 ranked team in the state, Southwestern, taking down the number 2 ranked team in Division 5. Recapping the individual scoring in this game, Aiden Kelleher, 18 points, leading the way. That's a game high for both teams as well. Also in double figures, Caden Demuth, 10 points, all of them coming in the second half. We were just talking about him earlier, about how his contributions were big, especially in that second half. Just missing double figures is Bryce Pierce with 9. 8 points for Everett Dressler, 5 points apiece for Austin Furlong and Jack Rundy. Carson Splinter saw action but did not score, as did Remy Lawrence. And same for Drew Martin. For North Crawford, 3 players in double figures tonight. They were led by Andrew Munson with 14 points, 11 of them coming in the second half. Then 11 points apiece for Carter Emler in his first game back after being out for 4 games with an injury, and then 11 points for Landon Blaha. 7 points in the first half, 4 in the second half. Zach Bender had 8 points on the contest, 6 points for Cullen Jacobus, and 2 points for Sawyer Steluka. Other players seeing action but not scoring include Miles Candler and Anthony Fredette. And we are now joined by Coach Chris Wetstein of North Crawford. Coach, thanks for joining us. A tough loss here today on your home floor, but what a classic ball game. This game certainly lived up to the hype. We talked to Coach Nemitz just a bit ago about how gritty of a win this game was, that this game pace-wise met what he expected. What were your takeaways from tonight's matchup?
Yeah, I thought it was exactly what we thought it would be. There's times where it was really fast-paced, and then it was times where it was 2 good teams that were trying to just grind out possessions. And for them, they credit them, they made some just one more play than we did down the stretch. So, but well, they're a very good basketball team, and they're really well coached.
Yep, let's talk about that final play in the last 12 seconds. So you drew something up in the huddle. Just looking at how it shaped out, I don't think that was the shot that you guys were looking for. What was supposed to happen and what actually did happen out there?
Yeah, what we were doing was previously we ran the same action where we had number 2 Andrew Munson going down on a baseline screen to the corner, and the look was that our number 5 Zach Bender slipped to the block, and if you look, he had a nice one-on-one matchup where if we'd have bounced it in, we would have at least had a shot at it. And once we didn't get that, we kind of panicked. Not really panicked, we just didn't have a lot of options. So.
Right. Yeah, the clock ran out relatively quickly.
Yep.
Under 5 seconds, you got to find a quality shot somewhere.
No more timeouts at that point.
Right.
No, I think we got 6 timeouts. So.
Yeah, Coach Evans was asking about that too as well. But yeah, obviously first loss of the season. Your team has had an outstanding season to this point. Currently ranked number 2 in the state. What do you take away from this loss? And you got another big matchup with Ithaca coming up, a big conference, rivalry, conference title, implications on the line in that matchup. What do you hope to take away from this game moving ahead?
Yeah, I really hope that this is just a really good tune-up game against a really good team that kind of sets us up for the second half of the season. I hope we have an experienced team.
Mm-hmm.
I think losses are really tough for them, so I feel like they'll come back next practice ready to go against two teams that gave us fits the first time around, and we'll definitely be ready for those teams.
Yep, I asked Coach Nemitz earlier about our Tricor Turning Point, brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. When did you feel the momentum had officially swung Southwestern's way when they came away with the win? Was it just the ending sequence of the game?
I don't know if there was a real momentum. I thought it was back and forth. They had a point mid-second half where they pushed it out to 9 or 10 where their guards, where they got it into number 22, Caden Demuth.
Yeah.
Nice player. We didn't do a very good job of digging the ball out like we did against 55. And that was kind of a big momentum where we were down, 9-10 points at that time. And, our guys battled back. But if we'd have done a little bit better job in that sequence, things could have been different.
Yeah, it was an outstanding game, and unfortunately for North Crawford coming on the losing side of this one, but still a very good team, very quality opponent that you guys face here today, and hopefully there's some takeaways from here that your team can use and move forward down the stretch. It was a fun team to watch, fun game to call. Thanks so much for your time.
Yeah.
Thanks for being a gracious host for us here today
We
as well.
appreciate you guys being here, so it's a great experience for us.
Yep. All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep, that's Coach Chris Wetstein of North Crawford joining us on our Edward Jones Reese Wealth Management post-game show as North Crawford falls to Southwestern 55-53 in our non-conference boys basketball action. The number 4 ranked team taking down the number 2 ranked team in Division 5. We'll take our final timeout and see if we have any updates on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Our Edward Jones Reese Wealth Management post-game show wraps up after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Postgame, 2 minutes.
Dan Hicks with Paul Azinger, welcoming you back to the Healthy Stand Classic.
You couldn't ask for better conditions. 68 degrees and a UV index of 3.
This direct exposure to midday sun could be increasing her risk to melanoma.
It looks like she's making a change.
Now let's see what she takes out.
Oh, wow. It looks like she's pulling out a 15.
I don't know. It looks like she's going with a 30.
Strong choice.
Incredible.
Stand Up to Cancer and Optum want to help you reduce your risk for cancer. Visit takeahealthystand.org.
Paralyzed Veterans of America believes the veterans who've served and sacrificed deserve access to the best our country has to offer. Access to homes, communities, meaningful employment, and the veterans' benefits they've earned. With PVA staff working inside VA hospitals, no other veterans organization has provided more real-time ongoing support for paralyzed veterans and their families. Our nation's heroes fought for your independence. Join PVA in fighting for theirs at pva.org.
Mama, what does the chicken say? Dog. Cat. Giraffe.
Giraffe, really? Giraffe.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov/
the right seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I think it's just vapor.
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as 1 pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Postgame, 2 minutes.
Wrapping up the Edward Jones Reese Wealth Management post-game show on 97.7 Country WGLR. Southwestern getting the win over North Crawford today, 55-53. Looking ahead to our Queen Bee Radio sports schedule next week on Monday night, a big matchup in girls basketball non-conference action. Belmont is at Wazeeka Steuben. We'll have that one on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Raleigh Cheese pregame set for 6:40. Tip-off after 7 o'clock. Tuesday night, girls basketball as well. Six Rivers West. Highland is at Shullsburg. We'll have that one on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And in boys basketball, non-conference action, Cuba City is at Lancaster. That'll be on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Then on Friday night, 3 basketball games, 2 boys basketball matchups, both of them in the Swell. Darlington's at Mineral Point. We'll have that one on WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Cuba City's at Fenimore on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And in girls basketball, Six Rivers West, Six Rivers East crossover game with River Ridge heading to Argyle Peck. River Ridge coming off the nice win over Shullsburg. Wolves upsetting the number 5 ranked Miners back on Thursday night. See if they can keep that momentum going against Argyle Peck next Friday night. Didn't see any other updates on our shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Although I know Mineral Point was in action earlier today. You know, Eli Lindsay getting point number 1,000 for the Pointers in that matchup. Yeah, no updates regarding our local teams that I see coming in on our shoebox scoreboard, but I think that's about it for us here at North Crawford. A huge thanks to the entire staff here at North Crawford, oh, by the way. They were outstanding hosts, helping us with the video stream and radio broadcast here today. Jeff Murphy, the athletic director, and Coach Chris Wetstein helping us with everything that we needed to pull this broadcast off here today. Our first time at North Crawford doing the radio video stream simulcast here today. Thanks again to the entire staff here at North Crawford. Also thanks to Coach Wetstein and Coach Clint Nemitz for the pregame and postgame interviews, starters, stats, everything that we needed to tell you the story about both teams here today. Thanks to all of our sponsors to help us bring high school sports to you, and thank you for listening and watching along. This has been Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Paint coverage of high school boys basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR FM Lancaster, a Queen Bee radio station, also on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Once again, your final score from North Crawford High School, Southwestern defeating the Trojans 55-53. Southwestern improves to 14-3. They take on Iowa Grant on Tuesday night. North Crawford suffers their first loss of the season. They fall to 12-1 and try to get things back on the right track on Tuesday night at Ithaca. From the Wolf Construction broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dictanis. Thanks so much for joining us, and good night for North Crawford High School in Soldiers Grove.
This has been a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation.
The Tri-State's best variety of country. 97.7 Country, WGLR FM. Lancaster. Serving Platteville, Dubuque, Galena, and beyond. On WGLR.com. A Queen Bee radio station.